Hey everyone, let's do another stock roundup. I'll start with a disclaimer that I don't know how to do this, let's say efficiently, because there were a lot of stock last week and I'd like to look at them and see what happened, but also a few names. So the disclaimer is there's gonna be a lot of names. I'm gonna go quick through them. Some of them are gonna be just a few words like BMI. I think it still looks good. Only a matter of time before it blows up. Pfizer, same, like this consolidation here about after recapturing. I think it's a matter of time before they go. Merck looking a bit iffy. Uh, Again, don't think this will break down immediately, although it could, but could see a bit more sideways movement as well. Then Crisp did the move. I posted it on Twitter. Earnings next week. We'll see what happens on earnings, but given that it moved up before that, I expect this is an anticipatory move and it will go higher. So target is 84.66 for a move up. If it breaks out, 116. MPW with uh, a move. I have no idea if this is correct because it was supposed to last week according to TradingView. So still a wait for earnings. It has lots of upside if it goes. There was another stock here, Nvita, I think, and that had the news that it's filing for bankruptcy. It dumped and got delisted. Okay, now a new name, Gilead. So this dumped on earnings. It started dumping before earnings. I think there was some news, but it's at the bull bear pivot and with RSI very low. Um, I think this has a chance to bounce. I don't know what it will do, but as long if it stays in this area without dumping, it's probably fine. And the safe play would be entering on a recapture of 75-ish. So if it goes below this support and fails to recover quickly, it has a lot more to drop, and we'll see where it goes if it does that. But for now, if it holds and then pushes up, it probably goes higher. Like basically what happened here, recapture of this level and it goes up. I expect a repeat of that. If it doesn't, again, because it's so oversold already, I don't expect it to have like to do this instantly. I expect to have something similar to this, but below the level, and eventually it will break down. Okay. So for Chinese stuff, I think I may be wrong in that because we're we China market is not open because of Chinese New Year. I thought they would just stick around and do nothing. This may be true, but looking at what happened on Friday, they look kind of bullish, especially the EVs. And if they go, they go. We'll just run with them. We'll see what happens. Baidu in particular looks very good to me. It has earnings on the 28th, so you have a bit of time, but it's building quite a nice pennant here. I think it will resolve in a bullish way. Again, China needs to do some good earnings. What Baba did is fine with the buybacks, but we need JD, we need Baidu, we need Weibo to put up some great earnings, and that's still questionable. Still, I think the pressure is for them to go up, and they will eventually get squeezed. Like at some point, because they don't go down, shorts are gonna feel the pressure, and there's gonna be a build-up of I don't know how to say it. Like shorts are gonna be scared, and at one point someone will cover, someone big, and when someone just gives up on the short because it's profitable for them, like let's say they short a Baba here, and they're in a very profitable position, but maybe they give up on it because they say, okay, it's not going down anymore. It bottomed. Let's get out. They're gonna get out in a profitable way, but that profitable way is gonna give us like a 10% day, and that 10% there is gonna panic all other shorts, which may still be profitable as well, and we're gonna go up and up and up and up. It's gonna be a squeeze, but the longer we stay without going lower, the bigger the chance the squeeze happens. The new name on the list is Bilibili. So had a big plus 12 day. It's at the October low and the COVID low, I think. We are below the COVID low. So I like this graph. I like the push and the spike in volume. It has earnings, and I don't think it moves that much before earnings. This is sort of like a smaller version of YouTube in China. And yeah, the graph speaks for itself. It's in the demand zone here. Uh, Safe place to wait until it goes above 11. If it goes above 11, it probably goes a lot higher. This type of move is also like a squeeze, same kind of pattern here, but with more accumulation as we went down. So I expect the next move will be more sustained. Like this one was fast, both down and up, and it got reversed. The next one, because this type of accumulation is stronger, is going to be um, more sustained, and probably it's a long-term bottom when it goes up. Uso is here to say that uh, for oil, I think it's better to play Uso directly to have exposure to oil than oil stock at the moment. Oil stocks have been down this week, I think, and Uso has been up. Okay, still think we get this eventually. We wait. Okay, so for steel, I don't like the volume here on the second push-up. I do like this descending pattern here, but this doesn't look like the next move up in the breakout. So what I think may happen is we get more consolidation. This may go down and eventually break out stronger. It doesn't have to last long, probably another week or so. Maybe TX earnings will be the trigger, but we shall see. Still GGB and TX on the list, and anyway, I still think they go up. This is perfectly fine. We maybe fill the gap here. Next week is gonna be Tesla week, I think. So it went up, tried to go lower, it found buyers, and it went up. I think next week we see 205. This is I'm still leaning bearish on this on the midterm. I think it will bottom on March OPEX. So it goes up, goes to 205, and then the market finally tops. It goes lower, could find support here, or could go lower to 166, or even lower to 150. And that will be where it bottoms. Meaning time-wise, the bottom should be around here. This is this is the one. So we go higher, and then we start another leg down with the market correction. This is the target because of the trend line and everything. It's also a much bigger level. We shall see. Of course, any of these levels can hold, but for now, I think we go higher next week. Everything on the EV space, I think, goes higher. All the Tesla quote-unquote ecosystem, meaning other stock that are tied to it, I think they continue going up as well. Nearly all of them ended the week green. I like the Chinese EVs a lot next week. I think they blow up. Unity with the breakout, but the rejection on Friday is not that good. So I don't see it going higher until earnings. I'm still bullish on their earnings because they include uh, guidance on the new monetization changes. So I do see it going down again. Of course, it could go up, but given the rejection on Friday, I think it's possible it goes lower again, maybe to 42, and then bounces and does stuff like this. APPS dumped on earnings. I think it's a good pickup, like 350 on the weekly. It's a bullish divergence. This can go lower. Maybe let's see, say 3.2 for a better purchase. Just stay away. This has very illiquid options. It only has monthly options, so that I don't recommend options on it either. So just if you want exposure to this, wait for 3.2-ish, 3.3-ish, and get some shares. Snap is only here to say that it dumped. Expected that cat bounce soon, but uh, that it's all it will be, like maybe to 12 next week, and then it goes lower. I still think 10 is the pickup point. Lyft, it tried to break out, it dumped because of uh, Uber earnings. Next week it has earnings of its own. It recovered a bit. I have no idea. Wait for earnings, and that's it. Now for next week, I have a couple of new picks. One is MU, Micron, because of this bull flag here. I like the way RSI looks. It looks to be bouncing on 50 and probably goes higher. Uh, does doesn't have a lot of room to go. Maybe 90, maybe a bit higher, but it would have to last more than just next week, which I think is the absolute limit of where we go up. But this should be a nice weekly trade. Go into 90 from 85. I like it. And the other one is AMD. It has this nice pennant as well. RSI looking the same, like it even didn't even go to 50. A bit of a pickup in volume on a move up on Friday. So I think this has the potential to break out, and AMD has a lot more meme power, so it can go higher. Still, target would be 180, 184 for the retest here, but this is definitely to go to 200 because it's a meme. How much is a move to 200? 16%. That's a bit too much, and this is 7%. 7% is doable next week. So, again, a weekly trade, not a long-term trade here. We'll see where it goes. Uh, Intel with finally the move up here. We'll see if it continues up. Again, target is 44 here. Don't 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 follow up. Don't keep this for the impending pullback. Then we have Snow who continue going up. MongoDB continue going up. Datadog continue going up. Net with the earnings beat and horizontal breakout here, so probably target is 142. Zscaler continue going up. Crowd continue going up. Spot continue going up on earnings. Then we have Adobe with the potential horizontal breakout as well. Looks decentish. I could see it doing a move either to 673 or 700. For next week, could see it break out and go to 670. How much is this? 7%. Looks fine. Because it's gonna be a somewhat bigger breakout, it will go more like, imagine something along the line of this move from here to here. It's not a stock that usually goes up a lot unless it has a catalyst, but like it can do a move to 650 next week for sure. AI broke out with Palantir. Still think it go higher. There was a huge flow for I think March 15. like 3 million in March for 15, 30 calls, uh, and that 3 million is huge for a call on this type of stock, very short term. So I think this goes higher next week. Palantir moved on earnings, nothing to say here. Aside that, so we have the hardware part of AI, and then we have the software part of AI. And there's not companies on the software side are not very clear. Palantir is one of the best or the most obvious ones that are out there. And when the hardware bubble pauses, because I don't think it stops, uh, there will be some rotation in other quote unquote AI winners, and Palantir is probably one of them. So I wouldn't be surprised if Palantir goes for the all-time high and goes even higher. I'll be looking to pick some up when we do the pullback. Maybe we go here, probably like 20. Anywhere in the 20 area should be a buy for Palantir. Then next week and the week after that, there is a lot of retailers reporting. eBay I still like, uh, BBY I still like, Lululemon I still like, Chewy I still like. Chewy had a move on Friday, um, and I think it's preparing for a breakout. Wayfair looks very good as well with this falling wedge here. RSI curling, bullish divergence, and almost at the breakout. RH with a similar look with the breakout here, like this. So lots, they look quite bullish. Then we have the memes. Carvana already went up, and it may continue to go up because it's a meme, but I don't like it anymore. But GME and Virgin Galactic and AMC have been curling up, and Beyond Meat from this lows here. The memes look about ready to blow up again. Rejected here. They don't need they don't need a lot to start squeezing. See, finally stopped dropping. This is the level. Target would be 6. It can move higher. Okay, after this we have gambling stocks, casinos, and other stuff like this, which they all broke out on good earnings. I, I forgot who reported. Uh, took back the horizontal level, so this looks quite bullish and can go to 60. I think these will handle any type of market pullback very well. Like I don't think they drop a lot. Maybe they do like let's say we continue up a bit to I don't know 55, and then we do a pullback on 52 again on the market pullback, turn resistance into support, confirm the breakout, and then they move higher later. So I think this will be resistance to market pullback when it happens. Pen, this was on my list. I thought it had an inverted head and shoulders. It went lower than I thought, so but no biggie. It broke out. It has its own earnings on when on the 15th, so on Thursday. It's looking quite good. All the casinos had good earnings or good earnings reactions. Should go to 26 and maybe even do a horizontal breakout with a target of 46. Caesar has a chart very similar to Disney, meaning we have a breakout and then it just hugs uh, the the breakout trend line, and this is quite similar. It should break out as well. Earnings on the 20th. It would be 53, probably higher to zoom out. 53, then this ambiguous zone here. Is 70 here. It's also very close to the low, so even if it drops for earnings, I think it's a buy here in this area, in this 41 for 40 area. So it does this. This is a buy here. Breakout takes us to 53. IGT. These guys do like slot machines, I think, online casino as well. Technically a breakout on Friday with a bit of a volume pop, so it has room to go back to the all-time highs to 32. This, this is it. Legit to these levels here. So basically a bounce on a support and a breakout should have quite a bit of room. The only one I'm bearish on is DraftKings. It has earnings, so it will depend on earnings. Don't do anything before earnings, but it's going into major resistance. Uh, it will depend on earnings. Earnings surge to 47. For me, it's looking a bit bearish from a TA perspective, and I would expect it even if it jumps. Like, sorry, do this and eventually go back to this, reaches this trend line here at 40. Roku earnings. Netflix has a very nice pennant going for it. Might do a surge to 600-ish. What is this line? Okay, it's okay. So I would expect that if Roku earnings are good, it goes up. It could go up even without Roku. The pennant looks quite nice. If it goes back below this level, it's bearish. If it goes up, probably 600 would be a minimum we see next week. 6%. APN on list, Solars on the list. There was a lot of bullish flows for Solar, for Enphase. Plug looks very good for with this ball pennant here for a breakout and continue higher. These are the same as the Chinese equities, meaning they have been shorted a lot, and just the fact that they're going up, it will cause shorts to cover, and they should continue going up until they hit a wall and then drop big again, but still make a higher low. Starbucks did its move. I'm gonna take it out now. I mean, it could go higher, but don't care. Wingstop, 300 as my short level. We shall see if it hits it. On the other hand, I have Wendy's here with a potential breakout earnings next week. So if earnings are good, I think we see rotation from stuff like Wingstop and Texas something, and more into things like Wendy's. And Wendy's is on support here. Retest of the lows. Uh, RSI looking okay. The down move losing momentum with downward volume. If earnings are okay, I think we see a big breakout here and should go to at least 20, 21 probably. What the fuck, this stock moves very little. But eventually go here, maybe have a horizontal breakout and go to 23, 24. At the same time, stuff like Wing should top out and do a major pullback. Expedia on the list to see the dump, and I'm going to take it out. This is a new name that I like the look of the chart for. It's a not penny stock, but very small stock. Breakout could take it back to 4. Earnings next week. Wait for earnings. Okay, Schwab, I like the look of. Looks like a breakout on Friday. If nothing bad happens to an ICB over the weekend or someone else or next week, this should go back up. Okay, match. The pullback here. I think it could go to 43, but then it's a bounce. This doesn't look bullish to me. So first things first, I think this is an important level and it's consolidating in a pennant here. If it goes below this pennant, I think it's building up toward below this level. I think it's building up for a breakdown on another leg down. And I like 185 for a long for it. But here, eh, it's not. I don't like the look of the chart. This is looks like bearish consolidation. Like this RSI goes up and then it will go down and do this. I don't like it. Could be wrong, but I don't like it. Okay, then we have Hasbro earnings next week. Mattel bottomed and went up. Earnings was meh, but reaction is somewhat bullish. It went up, it went down. The down move was rejected, so I think this goes higher. And Hasbro has lagged, more or less, and I think it could have a bullish reaction. Don't know what it'll have, so wait for earnings. But if we go down, maybe this is support. If we go down, then 46 is probably going to be support, and then it will bounce. Hyatt Hotels earnings, good looking RSI with the finding support at 50, something like this. Bit of a pennant. This is a horizontal breakout potentially. So if earnings are good next week, we could confirm the horizontal breakout, and then we have a target to double it up. Say 150. I like the look of it, like consolidation above the breakout. Now we have a catalyst into earnings, and if the earnings are good, we go here. The last category is dumpster value. Uh, the long didn't work out. I cut it. I mean, it's stop lost, so it is what it is. Uh, if this has a negative earnings reaction, I like the long here, 361-ish. This is demand. See what happens. I don't like the volume spike on the move down. I don't like what Caterpillar did. Posted this one on Twitter and it played out very nicely. Now let's see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, I think it goes to 300. Then, so the reasoning behind this category with the dumpster value is the impending market pullback, which I will talk about in the market video. And we have utilities. should be more of a rotation kind of pullback, and we should see some rotation into value when it happens. Utilities look pretty nice. We have a bullish divergence here. This looks okay. Breakout and a move higher for an extra. Same kind of look for Dow. We had a horizontal breakout, not a horizontal breakout, a trendline breakout from this pennant. We went higher, now back testing once, consolidating, and it looks like consolidation before a move higher because we had one breakout. Second breakout looks impending. Don't know when it will happen, but I would expect this kind of names like Nexta and Dow to stay solid on the market pullback because we will see some rotation into value. And target would be 60 when by the end of it. If we break 60, then 70. Our next target would be for now just 62. Maybe we see 70 a bit later. 3M, same kind of approach. Like it dumped on earnings. It has a dividend coming up, which I don't recommend getting a position before the dividend because it will the options will include that in the price, and the price will drop when the dividend passes. So wait until the dividend passes. This will also make the stop drop a bit. So I expect at around 90 it will find support after the divi passes, and then we have a move up again to the top of the range to 107. Newmont. Gold miners have been dumped. I think the long-term chart is this. I think we continue down until we get 30, maybe even go as low as 27. It will depend on CPI and expectation for yield. Gold will like cuts because cuts equals inflation, and gold, Bitcoin like inflation. So if the CPI print is hot, gold will not like this. If the CPI print is cold, gold will like this. Uh, Less cuts this year is bearish for gold, more cuts this year is bullish for gold. Right now we're talking about less cuts, so gold has been underperforming, Newmont has been underperforming, but this will only go so far. So I expect this to continue. We'll see what earnings are when our earnings on the 22nd, so not next week, the week after that. And we have a possibility of a bounce here, or we have the possibility of going even lower and bounce here at 27. FCX chose the path of violence, and I think it goes lower. This name did not like China deflation. So hmm, copper is heavily impacted by China. China CPI came in, it was in deflation again, and high deflation like 0.8 or something. So copper did not like that. It went lower. I think it continues lower until it finds support here at 35-ish. Oh my god, I did all of them. Okay, that's kind of it. Have a good one next week, and wait for the market video as well. Bye bye.